Hello, everyone. Happy New Year again. Today, we're talking about the CCP's propaganda kill thresholds. That's a very hot, hot line nowadays. All right. So lately, there are two topics that have blown up on social media. One is this streamer called Lao A on Bilibili pushing anti-American narratives like how Americans can't afford the healthcare or how the poor freeze to death in Seattle's rainy nights. It has sparked a massive debate among netizens in communist China and racking up over 1 billion views. Well, in contrast, meanwhile, an American guy, Nick Shirley, who risked his life with his team to debunk a over $100 Somali frauds in Minnesota in just 1 day, and only got over 100 million views. So in CCP land, streamers peddle fake, sensationalist, clickbait, clickbait crap and score insane traffic. And there, the whole, which is like 10 times more the than Nick Shirley's. Is the social media world just a bunch of amateurs? This is straight up CCP, internal, or we call it domestic propaganda, painting Americans as living in hell, implying life under the CCP is paradise. It is so much better compared to that in America. Well, impotent men always live in their own fantasies, right? Just like once you shine getting things done with his fingers, those streamers just lick with their tongues. But guess what? They are nothing compared to the people's artists, those professional patriots who have stripped the pants off Lao A style propaganda. They don't just talk, they orchestrate it themselves, sipping red wine while singing red songs and never forgetting to stay with the motherland even from across the Pacific. They make money in CCP China, but enjoy freedom and sunshine in the US. That's their standard play. Well, Chinese people are used to it by now, and it's exactly these hypocrites who expose the evils of the CCP system to more folks, especially in today's economic slump with sky high unemployment. Those artists are basically handing the party state a textbook on what not to do. Does the party state even care about face? Well, speaking of face, we have to talk about the recent viral CCP overseas propaganda recruitment scandal abroad. Well, this guy, Xu, who tells the truth, 徐说真话的徐某人 leaked an audio of what seems like a recruitment pitch. We're not verifying its authenticity yet here, but the funniest part is how it accidentally, quote, exposes the propaganda threshold. You can curse anything, even the Chinese Communist Party to a degree, but not Xi Jinping. The party state needs to save face. Hey, does that mean she is the one embarrassing the party state? I mean, the unit, the CCP, the Communist China? If criticizing Xi is the ultimate red line for overseas propaganda, those two in audio should be executed on the spot, right? Shot a million times, no less. I mean, according to the CCP logic. And here, I have my personal encounters with one of those overseas propaganda, right? So just yesterday, I mean, the night after Xi Jinping, I kind of commented on Xi Jinping's New Year's address to the nation of Communist China, and lots of the propaganda, I mean, overseas propaganda, English accounts on X kind of spread like crazy about the euphoriums about Xi Jinping's generosity, his greatness, his caring about the well-being of the Chinese people. And so I just did a screenshot of one of those propaganda X account, and that name is called the Xi's Moment, which is basically quoting the great quotes of Xi Jinping thoughts, ideology in present years, right? So the like not even a minute has passed. This account, the Xi's Moment, blocked me on X. So, well, so it's not hard to understand, right? She, as the dictator, the current Qin Shi Huang Emperor of CCP China, his authority is the pillar of the party's stability. So then it's not surprised that the teacher Lee amplified the shoe's audio as a hot topic. I just checked that he's got like 4 million views on this one post. After all, we know I mean, overseas propaganda and media are mostly in the hands of folks like Wang Qishan and Jiang Zemin. She should really step up his game on this. All these people will keep letting propagandists bash him overseas, right? Why say that? Well, Mouse Gore, our brother Seven, mentioned in a live stream that external propaganda curves, I mean, it's turning, yeah, curves. Back in the day, Ding Guanggen, a member of the Standing Politburo, said it's a stabilizer for CCP rule, like a curving or turning bullet that brings you back. When you wake up abroad, hear even stupid stuff from clowns like Gong Xiaoxia or Gao Bincheng, think it's too lowbrow, and boom, you are hooked back into the fold. And this is a direct quote from a live stream of Miles Goes on February the 15th of 2022. So back to Shu's audio. So Shu's audio even curves the bullet the to the Russia-Ukraine war and Taiwan just by casually cue and aim in that audio, and that the US is it just give you the impression, right? And we are left at the impression that the U.S. is unreliable. The F-16s are to Ukraine are rusting, and the original okay, the the original worst the recruiter used was 银化, which means silverizing. Okay, Taiwanese have no combat experience, and you know what? Just when you listen to that audio, you don't even see, they don't have to show you anything, right? About the picture or where the source of that, but you've left that impression that the rusty F-16s sent to Ukraine. Okay, so that's what it means by the bullet. The propaganda can turn or curve and come back and hit you. Right. So in today's global mess, with Russia and Ukraine stuck in stalemate, everyone watching if the party state dares attack Taiwan, dares fire the first shot, then the propaganda smells blood and kicks in. Right? Taiwanese don't want to fight. Taiwan is worse off than Ukraine. That's what they want you to remember. Okay? So as Mr. Gore puts it, the CCP always handle crisis with massive internal and external propaganda, or we call it domestic and overseas propaganda, to boost the confidence inside. Okay, when they're talking to the domestic, they will say, hold on, hold on. When they talk to overseas, they will say, okay, everything is fine, casualties are low, all thanks to the great party, the CCP. Then flood domestic TV stations with brainwashing. Look, this is in Europe, Germany, worse than ours. Their government sucks. This is exactly total inversion of truth, lying by comparison and then stirring up the gullible. Guess what? Fools fall for it because the sweetest words are often the most suspect, stealing concepts but with zero logic. And the CCP's tricks never change. Propaganda is their bread and butter, their founding skill. And that is why they've spent trillions over the years on these megaphones. We have a video clip here that Miles Gore summarized this part very well. Let's have a look.
There's a statement from the CCP, myself, as someone who knows the most about the evil plans of the Chinese Communist Party over the years, was shocked to hear. Let's not mention who it was specifically. This standing committee member of the CCP said, our party has spent almost $2 trillion in the last 15 to 20 years to build discourse power in the world. Now it seems they did not waste the money. I truly had no idea about this. I don't know everything. That means, in the past 15 years, more than $100 billion each year was spent on the execution of overseas propaganda and the acquisition of these overseas media. That was the first time I heard about it. Then, who else is going to call out the CCP? Who else doesn't speak for the CCP? It's all Chinese sent by the CCP working with overseas media, such as CNBC, the Wall Street Journal, the New York Times, and the Associated Press, for a month or 2 months. Then, they find local American journalists to attack our whistleblower movement, usually 3 or 4 episodes in a row. Have you noticed that? The Wall Street Journal attacked myself 3 or 4 episodes, titled Double Agent, on cover pages. The Associated Press attacked me 3 to 4 times by reporting the so-called rape case. And then, CNBC reported 3 or 4 times, Michael Forsyth from New York Times reported 3 to 4 episodes, then stopped reporting on me afterwards. And then, they just switched to a different media to continue the report. Did you find that pattern out? It's always this way. Don't even need to mention the overseas Chinese media, such as Duowei News, constantly attacks us. The CCP deliberately organized and planned to attack and smear us worldwide using media within their control. I am truly shocked by this. Have you ever thought that, for us overseas Chinese, the CCP was willing to spend that much money to build glasses that we could never see through 15 years ago, glasses even darker than the ones you wear to sleep? How dangerous. Brothers and sisters, how horrible this is.
You see, no joke, right? The CCP spent over $2 trillion in the past 20 years, which means minimum 100 billion US dollars a year on propaganda to buy up the mainstream media, feeding 12 armies, and propping up so-called influencers. Finally, there's another fun line from the audio, the leaked. The party state's propaganda policy should be moistening things silently, a CCP favorite poem snippet. But guess what? We can't just take their castrated version. Here's the full poem. Delight in spring rain at night goes. Good rain knows the season. When spring arrives, it comes. With wind, it sneaks into the night, moistening things fine and silent. This perfectly captures the CCP's propaganda echoes. At the right time, when they need, in the perfect moment, they stir up a storm. No wind, no curves, but in a gossip storm. Soak you with my views, with their views, the CCP views, and what they want you to believe. Finally, the seeds of lies sprout, bloom, and bear fruit in your heart. Sound a little bit literary, right? Well, here are better words by Mouse Gore. CCP's TV sends interview scripts 2 weeks early, and punctuation cannot be changed. That's their requirement when they interview you. Then on the TV, you see random street interviews, right? And their the punctuation never change. They don't change at all. So the CCP's overseas propaganda and machine is unbeatable. Those are the original words from Mao Zedong, okay? So no one in history, not even Hitler, matches their propaganda powers. The love zero tolerance, right? This is quite a hit or hot topic during the COVID pandemic in communist China, right? And the zero sized by its boss's hands. Remember, Jiang Zemin once told out Hong Kong reporters. Here's what he says. Remember, you must understand the party's power. When we say zero tolerance, it's our hands that decide the zero size, not Hong Kong reporters, not US ones. So that good rain has party nature, right? Like zero tolerance before, it's the same as today's viral kill threshold, or we just call it a red line. So the red line is basically whatever the party state says. We have a lot more to uncover on this topic. So that's for today. We'll see you soon. Have a great day. Thanks for watching.